Hey, fellow cookie lovers, Michael Midgley back with another cookie review for your viewing pleasure. I apologize that it has taken so long for another cookie review to happen, but as you can understand that we are under shelter at home and most of the local bakeries are not open right now. I prefer shopping local. You should too. And with the local bakeries being closed, I haven't had an opportunity to get new and inventive and delicious cookies for the reviews. So I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I've never had cookies lined up here but today we are going to be doing a 1 versus 1 showdown of Oreo, what claims it as the #1 cookie in America, versus Benton's Original. And this is just the Aldi brand. Oreo, everyone knows that. Most people don't know about Hydrox, which if you're a cookie historian like myself, you should know about. And if you want to waste 5 or 6 hours on YouTube, look up Hydrox. They were the original chocolate sandwich cookie in the United States, but Oreo quickly took them over whenever people realized that Hydrox sounded like a cleaning product rather than a cookie. But lest I digress, we are going to be doing a mashup, the Benton's Original Chocolate Sandwich Cookie versus Oreo. We're going to see which one's better. Benton's is the Aldi brand cookie. The reason that I have this is because I am a fervent Aldi shopper, and that's mainly for two reasons. One, I love paying a quarter for my grocery cart. Two, I love boxing up my own food in used boxes that may have had eggs or milk or laundry detergent in it at one point. I kid, the prices at Aldi are great. I'm not independently wealthy from this cookie review channel, as many of you probably know. So if you want to go ahead on my Patreon and donate now, this is a really good time. So what I've done is behind this, I have two bowls that have two cookies each in them. My wife has generously donated her time and randomly assigned the cookies to the bowl, so I don't know which bowl has which cookie. I also have a little bit of water with lemon juice in it to cleanse the palate in between cookies. And I also have a face mask because I was looking at these cookies and I realized both of them had different markings on them. Oreo clearly has Oreo on them, and Benton's just has kind of a generic design on those. So what we're going to do today is figure out which cookie is best. Is there a discernible difference between these cookies? The one thing on the packaging before we jump into the actual cookies, packaging very, very similar. So if you're at Aldi, you're immediately recognizing this as pretty much an Oreo knockoff. They are both, you probably can't see this, I'll get real close, 14.3 ounces, but you can see the Oreos are about an inch larger in packaging. That is taking up your SKUs in the grocery store. I kid, it's just probably a marketing thing to make it look like it's a bigger packaging. There are the same amount of cookies in both of these packages, which is ridiculous considering these cost about $1.50 and these cost about $5. People, pinch your pennies. This is coronavirus craziness. Let's make sure we're spending our dollars wisely. Also, speaking of spending your dollars wisely, this video is sponsored by Holden Beach, North Carolina. Holden Beach, the family beach, the best beach in America. I kid, this isn't sponsored by Holden Beach, but I'm certainly going to tag them in this, and maybe they'll be a sponsor one day. Who knows? I don't know which one of these is going to be a sponsor either. Oreo, Benton's, Aldi's. If you're watching this, all your cookies are probably really great. Sponsor the cookie channel. Who knows? Let's get into the review here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this face mask, and as soon as I put on the face mask, I'm not going to be able to see anything. So I'm going to just be fumbling around, hopefully not spilling my lemon water, and eating one cookie of each. The reason I put two cookies in there is because I need to make a determination on which cookie is best, and to have that blind taste test, you need two of each product. So I'm going to take my glasses off. I'm going to put my face mask on, and now I can't see anything. So if I start looking away from the camera, or I'm just seemingly looking off into space, you know why. This will be cookie A, this will be cookie B. Let's have at it. Okay. I'm going to try to do a snap, but I can't see anything. So just from the feel of it, broke into three pieces. It kind of just crumbled, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I bought both of these cookies 2 days ago, so they're both similar in packaging. Let's jump right in and taste these out. So right away, this probably should, from my childhood, tastes like an Oreo. It has good cocoa flavor. You get a little bit of, it's not really a vanilla flavor, which a lot of people think are in the center of the cookie. It's just like a generic sugar flavor. I've done a lot of research on these cookies in the last week or so, but it's good. It does have a little bit of a lingering aftertaste. I don't know if that is my mind playing tricks on me because I don't know which cookie this is, or if that's generally what happens with particularly a Benton's or an Oreo cookie. Okay, another bite. I really want to try to get a feel for this. So this cookie is going to go right here. This is cookie A. Pretty good. I'm not going to give these cookies a X out of 5 rating because they're both generic. These are mass-produced cookies. They're not supposed to be delicacies. They're not artisanal cookies like that we expect on the cookie channel. I'm going to take a drink of this lemon water. I think I put a little too much lemon in this water because it is very, very tart, but it will cleanse the palate. So I guess the extra lemon probably is going to a good cause. Okay. I think my palate is appropriately cleansed. The first cookie was good, but like I said, had a little bit of a lingering aftertaste that wasn't great. It had like the cocoa flavor right up front, but just kind of lingered into this weird stale flavor as you kept eating it. So I'm gonna take one of these. I'll put it on top first to make sure it stays there. Again, don't know what cookie this is. Don't really know where the camera is at this point because I think I've been blindfolded for maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm gonna try to snap this as close to the camera as possible. Okay, so I snapped it as uniformly as I could. This one stayed in 2 pieces, which typically, I mean, in my thought process means it isn't as brittle. So I would imagine that it's gonna have a little bit more of a crunch, but we will find out. Let's dive right into cookie B. A little bit more of a crunch. It has like that wafery crunch to it. The first one, it had like a flat crunch to it. I'm trying to think of something that it would compare to, but I can't think of anything right now. But this one has a little more bite to it, not necessarily on the taste. The taste is pretty similar, although I'm not having that lingering acrid cocoa flavor to it. It's more of a distinct flavor right as soon as you bite it, and then kind of dissipates very quickly. It lures you into a second bite. It's asking you, it's saying, hey, you know you like the first bite, let's get into the second bite. Where the first cookie was saying like, hey, we've met, this date's going pretty well. No, let's keep chatting. You know, you're not excited for that next question. You're kind of just you're just there. So right off the bat, cookie B really, really taking it. But we'll see. Let me get another bite in. Other than the lingering flavor is not as prominent because this one does linger a little bit. Maybe it's because I just had that lemon juice. But the second one doesn't seem to be lingering as much. But the crunch is definitely there. There's definitely more of a crispness as you bite into it. Again, both of these cookies were purchased on the same day. Both of these had just been opened before this cookie review, so I would assume that the freshness is on par. I don't know about the supply chains behind the scenes, but that's not my job. My job is to review these cookies. So based on just this quick taste test, I'm gonna say cookie B is the better cookie out of these two. It's a little more crisp. It doesn't have as much as a lingering aftertaste. And the lingering aftertaste on the first one wasn't good, so that's probably detracting from that. But we're gonna find out which cookie this is. So let me bring these both back. I don't know where cookie A went. Okay, here we go. I think I might hit my glasses. Potentially off the table. I don't know. Take this off. Whew. So here we are, and I am kind of shocked with the results. So we have cookie A and cookie B. Just so everyone sees here that this was an official taste test, I'm going to raise these cookies up, and the main differentiation between these cookies is there's a little bit of different color, but the pattern on the cookies is very distinguishable. So cookie A, you certainly can't see that. I'll try to put it up to the light I have. That is an Oreo. And cookie B is a generic Benton's chocolate sandwich cookie. So here we are, we're at a turning point in this cookie experience. We picked cookie B, and it was surprising because I truthfully came into this thinking whatever cookie I was gonna pick would be the Oreo cookie, because that is the most well-known cookie probably in America. Everyone knows Oreos. They call themselves Milk's favorite cookie. Well, move over, Oreos. Benton's is coming and making a splash in the proverbial milk bowl of America. I hope you enjoyed this cookie review. It's a little bit different from what we've done before. It's a versus cookie review rather than just taking the cookie at face value. It's been a lot of fun to do. I didn't think this was going to go so well. I thought I was going to pick the Oreo and everyone was going to be disappointed, but this is a Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson moment in the cookie experience. This is a knockout punch that no one saw coming. I would recommend buying the Bentons. Personally, they taste better. I don't know what's going on over at Nabisco. I don't know if I got a bad batch of cookies, but Nabisco is certainly never going to be a sponsor. Aldi, call me. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like this video, and I'll catch up to you next time. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.